Okay, good one.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. It is Monday night, and we are racing once again here at SARCO. Tonight is the qualifiers of the Renault RS01. Apologies, I did manage to get myself a little bit of a head cold over the weekend. I blame it on my wife. It's all on you, my chérie. In the virtual commentary box this evening, I have got Terry, who's going to be helping me out just in terms of the first qualifiers. The format this evening is 3 times 15-minute sessions for each of the drivers to get in their fastest lap. We're going to be taking the average of all 3 of those times and getting their qualifying time. There are already 5 drivers that have qualified for the Alpha tier, and that being Dirkie, who was our champion, Amal Jacques was second, and Marius. Then we've got Christo, who Ball Baggins moves up from the Bravo tier into the Alpha tier, as well as Tyler Scott, who moves up as well. So absolutely a fantastic there. We have got the guys in the background. We have given them the thumbs up, so they are just about to start. Terry, your thoughts in terms of the qualifying?
Thanks for having me once again on the stream, Dylan. Yeah, it's firstly there's excitement around this car. A lot of it.
Hey,
we're waiting for you to join the lobby.
Oh goodness, I'm director. That's correct. As I mentioned, guys, it did all seem to go very quickly this evening. I would stand by. We'll get that up and running now. Thank you, Tyler. Back to you, Terry.
Thank goodness somebody's keeping an eye on what's going on. Yeah, good. Well, thanks for having me. I think there's a lot of excitement around this car. This won't be the first time that we've run a series, a racing season as such in this car. I mean, it's just,
good luck.
it makes for amazing racing. The car's
you know,
incredible. I mean, it's it's a car that straight out the pits. It's without any setup. It's super fast, well balanced, and that. But seen some of the times that the guys have been running, and the times are impressive. I think qualification for Alpha is going to be a challenge, but I think that everybody's in with a good chance. So you just got to keep it on the track and make sure that you don't get current and next laps invalidated. That's the key.
And especially here at Laguna Seca, is that we know that there are quite a few places. Even back down at turn number 7, the kink, if you run wide there and you keep your foot on the pedal, by the time you get down the corkscrew, that lap time is already invalidated. So it does make it very interesting, specifically for the drivers, to make sure that they are keeping the cars on the track. And man, that last corner, you run just a little bit wide there, and then once again that lap is invalidated.
Yeah, the other thing, Dylan, is that with this track, I think if you really want to, lap times are key here. Mistakes, you're definitely going to pay the price. There's just, I think, once you've made a mistake, an error, you don't really recover from it. So guys will be making choices of whether to continue on with laps or start over again, head to the pits and start over. The curbs are super slippery. I think guys who are going to try and push all the way to get through curbs, full taps are gonna find out the hard way. But it's going to be challenging, and the guys are, I've seen the names that guys have been throwing practice laps in and that. So I think you're going to be in for a treat around some of the faster guys out there, with the pace they're running.
So look, I'd love to say that I had the pace. I have done just a little bit of lap times, and man, oh man, I'm still about 2 seconds off the pace here, and I myself am not feeling confident for this qualifying.
I've done quite a lot of laps. I've worked on a few changes on the car and that, but I seem to also just be lagging a bit. Actually, I wish it was a bit. Feels like a country mile that I'm off the guys with that are setting the pace. But we've seen the fast guys in practice. They can post times, and we've come to qualifying. You look at the GT3 Championship. I think it was at Zolder we did the qualifying, if I'm not mistaken. And next minute, guys were all on top of each other for lap time. So let's hope that guys don't run away with it. I think everybody's in with a good chance. keep it on the track, and I think everybody stands a good chance of getting through into the tiers that they want to be part of.
No, 100%. So, Terry, just going to run through what's happening in terms of the live stream and who's joined us. I am seeing Ross. He's saying just buffering. Why? So I can see that the sound is coming through for the car, but I just want to make sure. There we go. So that sound is up and running, and we are going to be watching the guys now going out. First of their 15-minute qualifying. Terry, the question I have for you is soft or hards on this track?
Dylan, I think if you're going to try and do that one bonsai lap time, you might get away with looking after the softs for that warm-up lap. But if you really want to go and run on 2 or 3 laps, you know the guys are going to have to run hards. There's no doubt about that. The car will cook the softs. It's just got so much good mechanical grip. The aero package is huge. It's plenty downforce. It heats the tires up quickly, and before you blink, the tires will actually cook. So yeah, I think hards is the answer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get my bank in. I'm going to run my first session on the soft, see what happens. I'll put in a little longer stint in the middle, and then hopefully by that I'll have my little banker, and then basically choose the better of the tires, because myself am still not feeling very confident. Let's You Health is joining us. So we've got Peter Heidemann. He's saying tuned to perfection, modernized car. Morris Botman, he's saying good luck, guys. Rudy Bass is here saying good luck, everyone. Christo, our Bravo champion, he's saying good luck, boys. Who's going to hit that magic 116? Anybody? I reckon out of the top 5, I believe that they could possibly get there. Ross is saying the drivers are poised and ready to qualify in California. Johan VDV saying, here we go. We've got Stephen Koenig saying, good evening. How's it, Stephen? A long time no here. Adrian Bond saying, have an awesome quali, guys. Whoop whoop. And Marshall, Steve DeFlum saying, good luck, boys. So the first of the warm-up laps are done and dusted. Lendl, he's the only one who's put up a time now, a 1:31.2. But that's because he's basically crossed the start-finish line and he's now done essentially 1 lap. But those times are definitely going to start coming down shortly.
Yeah, Dylan, I'm a little bit behind. I'm not picking up the stream for some reason through the Discord. But, you've got Peter Brandt is obviously very consistent. He had his first season in Alpha Tier. Lendl Lima is just one of those guys. He'll tell you he hasn't practiced, and then all of a sudden he just comes and puts lap times in and that. So I think already you'll start seeing Tyler. Tyler was absolutely amazing in practice the other night. He was super consistent. So let's see what the conditions are like, and let's see, with all the cars on track. I'll tell you one thing now: the car is not an easy car to be behind. With the downforce and that, you'll find that the guys will see that the car's a bit erratic following close. So I think they're going to have some work to do.
So we see, Terry, you should have your screen up and running there now.
Yep.
We're starting to see those times coming in. 118.5 for Lendl, Gavin 118.7, Tyler 119.2, knowing that Tyler has already qualified. Jake's a 119.7, Peter Brandt 119.5. So it's all pretty close at this point. And we are going to see those times coming down. 16 drivers have entered into this first lobby. We will have 16 drivers in the next lobby as well. And I must say, quite exciting. We have a total of 34 drivers that have entered this, with some newcomers coming. And I believe that we are getting a guest appearance. The captain and team owner of Donkey Punch will be racing this evening.
You're obviously referring to Jared. Yep, Jared's going to be joining us. He's a champion in a whole lot of different forms, but more along the lines of the shooting games. South African paintball player, but we've got him behind the wheel. He has taken part into Knysna Hill Climb, so from real world to virtual to not shooting anyone or anything. So good luck to him. I think he's in for a good time with the guys from SARCO.
100%. It's always good to get new drivers in. Sure, Talis is battling with that car a little bit. It looked like he was just struggling to get that rear settled. And I wonder whether that could be part of those rear tires just heating up. And it does also seem like we have lost some drivers because we are down to 13. We did have 16 drivers when we started, so I'm sure we'll start seeing them starting to come back in.
I'm just trying to pick up who we might have lost there, but I'm not seeing it popping up on who's. The guys will definitely be able to come in. They've got a good chunk of time to go till. Tyler. I saw Tyler there. Obviously, was sliding around a bit, but this is the key: is actually getting the tire up to temperature, making it work.
So we are currently watching Ross. So Ross will be the driver that I have partnered with for the season. Jakes has decided to move on, and he has joined Morris, the two of them driving for the Silverbacks. And we have definitely put out the word there to see whether Jakes himself is immune to Mamba fever, because we definitely know that it is a thing.
We've got Gav. Look at Gav's time already. I mean, the guys are into the 17s. So, like I say, consistency is going to be key in these qualifying rounds. I think 17s where Gav's sitting, and obviously where Lendel's running at an 18. I think 18 is going to be the on the cusp of the difference between making it into Alpha and Bravo for the season. That's just how competitive the times are.
And there are only 11 spots available for the Alpha tier, and that's what has got so many people on edge. 11 out of 34 drivers, that is those odds definitely don't play into your favor.
Well, that's the thing. You've got three. I say you've got three chances. You've got three qualies to get it right. I think that guys definitely shouldn't be wasting time if they know they've made an error and they're down. I think it's probably better to actually abandon that lap. Put your banker in. You've got a banker there to work with. But if you're going to be going for it, any mistakes, back to the pits, get cracking with a new fresh lap. And like I said, this track is very unforgiving. One small error, one run wide, run onto the rumble strip, and you'll see all of a sudden your time will start coming down in the negative way. So let's see how this one finishes off.
It looks like Gav is trying to get those tires nice and warm, because I'm sure that he's only got 7 minutes left, so he is halfway through. I do see that we've got another guest that has just joined us in the commentary box, and I know that he has raced with us a few times at SARCO. Stein, formerly known as Flavorous Butterist, how are you this evening, sir?
Fine, and you, my friend?
Welcome back. You're going to be taking on the Assetto Corsa League with us. Looking forward to getting back behind the wheel racing with SARCO.
Well, I was actually joining to give Jakes a hard time. I see he's a front runner on a regular basis. So just came in to change that.
100%. Look, it's always great to see the people that have beaten Jakes in the past coming back and having a go. So it will definitely be lekker to race with you once again, because we raced back in our GT6 days. So we're talking nearly 5 to 6 years ago.
That is correct, yes. It's quite a time. Looking forward to race against the old names again for a change.
100%. Well, if you do want to just stick around, the stream is up. And if there's anything you see, just let Terry or myself know. We are down to less than 6 minutes of this qualifying, and currently Gav is top of the standings with a 117.9. Jakes 0.2 off his pace, and then Lendl, he is further down 0.5, and you can see how close they're running to that curb, coming through that kink, turn number 7, now heading up towards the corkscrew.
Yeah, the corkscrew obviously, it's one of those corners where, if you've got your car hooked up, you're probably going to pull it in second gear, feed it through. But I was seeing that quite a lot of the quicker guys were pulling first, short shifting to second, just to get the car to actually rotate. The car becomes so light I mean, if you actually see the corkscrew, you see. I've seen videos of guys walking up it. It's proper uphill. There's just no doubt about it. So it's actually like climbing more than anything else. So if you look at the times now, your teammate Ross, he's down to a 19.7. I think that you start taking the 11 spaces available in Alpha, all of a sudden you're seeing lap times where half are already taken. I can tell you now, and that's why I think that 18s. If you're on lower 19s, I think you might stand a good chance. But Dylan, these guys are all flying them.
Yeah, it's all about making sure that car is hooked up, and I see PB rode that inside curb so nicely, so that's definitely a good line there for him. And I must say, his car's looking really hooked up on this lap. So 4 minutes left. He should be able to get in another 2, provided he is on the hards and he doesn't get those tires all cooked up. Let's see what happens when he crosses the line. So he does not improve. He stays 4th with a Gavin in a 17.9. And just to think, Terry, that we have seen some 16s in some of the practices. So there's still a second to find for some of these guys.
Yeah, you know what? I think when the pressure's on in that, things are different. In the nice, relaxed environment of practice, the guys will sit, play. But once it comes to this sort of pressure, you might see the 16s not happening as quick as they were on Sunday night. So, Dylan, it's 17s are definitely a good call for 5 or 6 of the drivers, and if we see a 16, then I think that's going to be 1 or 2 guys that are pulling those sort of times. Let's hope we see them. They'll be impressive laps to watch.
So I must say, I was watching Andrew Horn as he just gets it real, a little bit loose going into turn number 3. He's moved up the order. He was down in 13th place, so he's now up into 6th. Also, just on the cusp of that 19.3, so it does look like they're going to have to be in those 18s. Understanding that we still have another group of 16 that's still going to come through in the next 3 minutes or so. And then we will have Brandon DeSantos and Tyler will be your commentators and directors for that heat, while myself and Terry get on the track and go see what we can do.
Yeah, Dylan, I think we got 1 or 2 not really catching there, but about 2 or 3 minutes to go. So yeah, we obviously, our lobby is ready to go. The guys are sitting waiting. I must say, I'm feeling a little bit unprepared, but if you look at the times now, I mean, I think you've sort of seen the best from the guys as it stands. I don't think you're going to see anything quicker, but those times are totally respectable, and I think that they're good enough. I think up to 7th position are looking good for the Alpha tier.
Well, we say not expecting the time to go quicker, and Lendl has gone 0.3 quicker than Gavin, who had that 17.9 up for majority of the session. So Lendl now currently the quickest, and just touching that outside curve, just finding how much further he can get that, knowing that he still has 2 more sessions to go. And the thing for me is that we saw it in our previous championship, is that you get one absolute flyer, you get stuck behind traffic, you start getting under pressure, all of a sudden the second session is what we found is normally the slowest session of the 3, and that's where it really can either make or break your session completely.
Yeah, actually, we've seen that in previous qualifyings that the second session, for some reason the guys seem to, I don't know if it's just that added pressure, they sit there, all of a sudden red mist kicks in, and all of a sudden they're pushing the lap times, and mistakes start happening. And then obviously then that third session, I think the guys sort of gather their composure and just go and put in some good fast laps, mistake free, and when you drive the car smoothly, the lap times tend to be a whole lot better. So I mean, listen, Lendl in a 17.6 is just super impressive. Jake,
Lendl has now gone quicker, 17.4. So he has now set the new benchmark.
And then this is a guy. He actually phoned me this afternoon and said, "Have you got a setup for me?" To which I said, "I don't know if you want my setup." I'm glad I didn't give it to him. Lendl was actually racing in the Extreme Festival in Port Elizabeth the weekend, and he had a super race weekend, winning both heats, qualifying pole. So he's definitely keeping his racing weekend momentum going into his SARCO Monday night qualifying. So well done, Lendl, for a good race weekend. I mean, he showed the guys what he's made of in that Formula V on Saturday at Port Elizabeth.
Absolutely fantastic. And I also saw that Brandon Hills, he didn't do too bad in terms of the qualifying. The result that I saw is that he had qualified third, so I'm not too sure where he had finished. But also knowing that Brandon Hills was there as well with his brother Vaughan.
Yeah, Brandon got a third overall, and I think Vaughan finished in the top 5, which is, I think, his best result up to now, you know, in their series. So well done to them. But that's in the past. You're only as good as your last race, and this is a new season. This is a new race night. So let's see what the guys can do now.
100%.
I'm going to leave it to it, Dylan. I'm going to go get ready in the lobby. I'll see you there shortly.
100%. Awesome, Terry. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.
See you later.
So everyone, we're just waiting for that is the end of that session. So we will be just cutting over and joining the next session. And as mentioned, that I will be handing over to Tyler and Brandon Dos Santos, and we'll see you there shortly.
No, I said DOOS.
Jammer ek vat te lang, maar ek is nou in al 3 keer gevolg. Eerste groep is so, net op vir wie tussen die 3.
Ja, ek dink Janie het ook nog loadshedding, so...
Sorry man.
Who's Janie? Is he Batman?
So ek die lap probeer, my laaste lap probeer dit kry Jaak voor stuur op my wijste panic. Nie dat ek andersins verbeter. Swak.
Oh, God. Hello, Tyler. Oh, the guys did good, man. Lendl in the 17s, that was, and Gav, jeez.
Yeah, Lendl's low 17. It's
not bad for a guy who hadn't done too many laps today.
Yeah, so hulle moenie kom nou nie.
Ja.
Hulle is vinnig.
Very
quick. Jacques, Colin has load shedding, unfortunately.
Ah, shit.
Okay, Janie as well.
You can catch a session after.
So Ballbag is here, Brando Steels is here, Johan, Dylan, Vaughan Hills, Marius B70, Nas, the light is so. Colin load shedding, Dirk is here, Rudy Base, Slide Beat, Stall Stereo and Yo-Yo. I didn't see him.
Yo.
Okay.
What's that?
What's up, Jared? Welcome.
Hello, Jared. Welcome.
You just have to make me the director, please.
Welcome to the jungle.
And Jacques, Jason, broadcast us at Belief. And Tyler, we need you in the Discord with Brandon, please.
I'm on my way there now.
Thank you kindly.
And then, next time, I know I have to be in those lobbies. So also don't invite, please.
Okay, so
If they pop up in the corner of my screen.
did you hit the 17s or not yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I stuffed my last lap up, so
Okay.
only 18.6 was slow. But it's alright.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Catch
go.
you guys later, enjoy that.
Let's go. Obviously. And you'll say happy 2 o'clock, 1st of December 2021. Real time.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Is it 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock?
Really, they said 2 o'clock this afternoon.
2 o'clock?
It's
Because Quali is normally 1 hour before, so our lobby was at 1 o'clock.
Oh, no, much cooler. Oh,
Yeah,
tires are not going to. Yeah, my tires are not going to get into tent now.
boys.
I'll be on there now. Okay. Enjoy, guys. Mike's off.
Brandon, your mic's on mute. Yeah, Brandon. I don't have the screen. Busy directing. Tell me, so how did you find that? How was your, what lap times did you manage to put down? I know we got Marius here, but I think touched on 16.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, so when again, lap time in, got disconnected from so the only lap times so the only lap times was like 1:05 lap. So I only managed it 28.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we got Marius. I'm expecting a 16 out of Marius, between doing 16.9, 16.8. We got Russell and Quicksilver. And also, I know they're low 17s. So this is going to be a tight qualifying.
Yeah, also the practice a little bit of a one was around like 17.1.
Yeah. Now we got Stoltz, Robert there, and also in Indy 17. Mid 17, 17 balls. It's a fast bunch of guys.
Yeah,
Marius
I think this
already
season we're
done.
going to have a lot of those guys.
Marius already in 18.4. Quicksilver 18.6. Brandon already on 19.1. It's just these guys opening that
I see one of those guys actually very nice.
yeah, it's got a very loose setup. been in a couple of practice lobbies with him. And he also shared some of his there Mario's getting a little bit loose. Shared some of his setups and the rest of was in the lobby with him. But yeah, Mario's lost some loose balls, so hopefully he can put a lap time now. Christie, the winner, the winner of Bravo here last season. He was 17-7 already. That's a good time for him.
Yeah, that's a big one. So Renault was setting the fastest laps in our qualifying session.
Yeah. Guys are quick in our lobby. I also didn't manage to put a proper lap down. My last lap, that was my quickest, was going to be my quickest time. I made a mistake in the last corner. Let's see.
I also found it quite difficult with the last corner. It's very easy to run quite hard there.
Yeah, I just missed the braking marker for that little bit. On a 17.074. That means flying. I'm sure you'll see the guys drop into the 60s in this section. Mario's out. The silver yellows and 20 Terry's in the pits. Maybe on 21, which would be 18, 17 at least. Rudy, this one's 21, that's surprising. So I've seen him on a 19 already. Brilliant on the 21. Looks like some of the guys are back in that lobby. I know we got Steven, but unfortunately couldn't make it. And then Craig was sick. So, yeah, unfortunately, those two would have also been sick. Because Craig in previous seasons have been fast. Steven's also been consistently fast seasons. So, there's Dylan going all sideways again. What if Mario's going to be off a little bit of traffic? Clear the traffic when we go. Whoever that is letting him through. We've got Rockstar on that 17.7. I think he's setting himself up for this lap. Mario's got 17.9. Managed to go a little bit quicker. Beats on a 21, that's also strange. Beats on a point earlier on a 19. Don't know if it's the traffic or what it is, but some of the guys seem to be struggling in this session now. No, there's still 6 minutes to go. There you got Robert in an 18.5. Wow. Commentate his best. Coaching can do a lot of practicing. He did say we're practicing on his car. That is very surprising. I thought he would have got it into the 19s by now. The petrol we're managing second faster than 17.355. Now we're going to see if Marius can beat them. I know they were winners of the previous season. Silver. Marius and Silverback. I'm sure I heard Jake saying that he's going to be leaving the Mambas for this season and joining Marius in Silverback. I think they're going to be if you reckon with Marius is just on quicker with the 17-1.
Yeah, I think Marius is supposed to be better. Proper matchup.
Yeah, there's a Brandon on 18.3. Chris is still at 17.5. The big times now. And our both lobbies are being quick, but definitely those top 3 definitely at the moment the fastest. A lot.
Hey guys, well done. Top 5 in the 17s.
Very
Very good times there. Well done.
Plus we have the guys from outside. My record was in 17s. So that's
Yeah. Brandon, I see we've received invites.
Yes.
Yeah. Dylan, we'll see you guys. Perry, I think you're going back into the Discord.
About 30 seconds till we go.
We'll see you on track.
First gear.
Alright, so much joy.